Hi there, it's Dr. Donahue. Happy Friday. Can you believe we're almost halfway through the month? Holy cow. I am so grateful to connect with you today. And today I want to talk to you about sleeping naturally, how to get a better night's sleep. The truth is, so many people are coming to the clinic, so many patients, I should say, and they're just struggling with sleep. Individuals who have never struggled with sleep, and they're just having different types of sleep patterns. Like one sleep pattern is they go to bed at night and they're so exhausted from the day that they fall right off to sleep. The second scenario is they go to bed and they are able to fall right asleep, but then they wake up in the middle of the night. Hopefully, I've got that right. So, one, they can't fall asleep. The next one, they fall asleep. But when they fall asleep, they wake up in the middle of the night. Like my patient yesterday woke up in the middle of the night, watched TV for a while, and could not go back to sleep. And so I'm sharing this with you because sleep is so important. And getting into a sleep hygiene is even more important, meaning like a sleep regimen that works for you. And that includes so many different ways that you can handle this. So I kind of want to go over with you how sleep is essential for your overall health and some ways that you can think about like tracking your sleep and being aware, your sleep patterns, and like what are you doing like 2 hours to 90 minutes before you go to bed. And I talk about all of this in my sleep program. So I'm just going to sum it up here. And then I'm going to drop in a freebie so that you can actually get quick access to my sleep training resource. Okay. Are we ready? So, and the one thing that I want to say is the reason why sleep is so important. Please listen up to this because so many people think that they can go days and days and days and days and days and not sleep and they'll be fine. What really happens is when you go off to sleep at night, you actually heal. And so your cells heal, you get into that parasympathetic state, that yin state, that lower, calming, peaceful, meditative, deep sleep REM. And that's when you do most of your healing. Whereas if you're going, and your mind is racing and you can't get to sleep, 2 to 3 hours is a minimum a night, or maybe even 4 or 5, you really, for the most part, need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And everybody's a little bit different. So, most of you that are going to listen to the recording, and those of you are live, if you're live, tell me where you're at. Tell me where you're at and you're tuning in from. And then the other thing that I want you to let me know is, what are you struggling with when it comes to sleep? Or are you struggling with sleep? Put sleep in the chat. So, when you sleep, you heal. So, I'm going to go over 5 different strategies that can support you in enhancing your sleep. You might want to grab a notebook and write this down and just really be aware of like, where are you not showing up in your life, or where is the stress that's causing you not to sleep well? So one of the first things I work with my patients on is to actually establish a regular sleep schedule. Excuse me. Having a hard time talking today. Sorry about that. So your body strives on habits and routines, right? Because we get into these routines, like we brush our teeth before we go to bed, we wash our face, we put on our pajamas, we kiss our loved ones goodnight, we lay down, we go to sleep. But what were you doing right before you went to sleep? Right? So this is where I kind of want to get you to think about like, what sort of strategies and a sleep regimen can you put into place before you go to sleep? So the first thing is, I don't care if it's Friday night, Saturday night, of course there's going to be some exceptions, but every night you want to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every day. So, say you go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. every day, you want to get in that habit, even on weekends. This is going to help your body set its internal clock, and it's going to help you optimize the quality of your sleep. If you are one of those individuals that's finding it hard to fall asleep, resist the urge to sleep the next day. You really want to keep yourself awake, because if you take a nap or you go to sleep, then that could mess up and throw off your sleep rhythm that night, coming into that night. The other thing I want you to think about is your bedroom calm? Like, is your bedroom calm? Are you in, like, have you created a calming bedroom? Meaning, do you have a TV in front of you? Do you have your cell phone next to your head? These are all the answers should be no, by the way. Do you have a cell phone next to your head? Like, is there a light coming in through your window? Is your room dark? Is it, you want to sleep in cooler temperatures? The science shows 66 to 68 is the temperature that you want to sleep in. So you want to think about all of this when you're actually looking at your sleep environment. Noise. Make sure if you're using a white noise machine or earplugs or soothing sounds in a noisy environment, that's fine, but be aware that where they're coming from. Like, you really don't want your cell phone on at night. And is your mattress and your bedding comfortable? It's beneficial to keep your bedroom clean. Don't work in your bedroom. And, like, when you go to bed at night, feel comfortable in your space. So let's talk about creating a calming bedtime ritual. So you want to think about engaging in activities that create relaxation before you go to bed, right? So it could be reading a book, as long as the book doesn't stimulate your brain. You can practice deep breathing. You could listen to soothing music. I have many patients drink chamomile tea. Or when you're meditating or calming, you could start with your mind, relax your face muscles, relax your arms, your shoulders, and go all the way down your body so that you get into this progressive, deep muscle relaxation. The key is to find an activity or a couple that tells your body and your brain for your cortisol to start to come down to go to sleep. That's what is key. And then that will allow your body to start to rest. The other piece that I want you to think about is your nutrition plan, your diet. What you consume on a daily basis and even right before bed can really affect your sleep. So let's think about the following. If you're somebody who drinks caffeine, maybe you should not drink caffeine, after 10 or 11 a.m. Yes, I said 11 a.m. Or the other science and research I've seen is 4 to 6 hours before you go to bed. So say again, you go to bed at 10 p.m. You don't want to drink it anywhere from 2 to 4 p.m. is when you actually want to stop. Limit alcohol. This is a problem with some patients when they first start coming to see me, when their nervous system is on overload and they have so much stress coming at them. They're actually using wine or other alcohols to feel relaxed and allow them to sleep. So you might think that alcohol helps you fall asleep, but it really disrupts your sleep cycle. Does that make sense? Like, that alcohol is sugar, and it can be disrupting your not only your immune system, but it can be disrupting your circadian rhythm and which is your sleep cycle, right? The other thing is avoid heavy meals right before you go to bed. Because not only can this cause discomfort and indigestion, but your body can also be in a heavy load of digesting and not able to like calm and go to sleep. You want to stay hydrated, half of your body weight in ounces before you go to bed. No, sorry, throughout the day. But before you go to bed, don't start drinking your water if you didn't get it in throughout the day. I would say around, if again, I'm using 10 p.m. as an average time that I find most people go to sleep. I wouldn't really drink liquids past like 7 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. That's kind of the window. So, I'm always trying to figure out getting to the root cause with patients, like what is causing their sleep disruption and creating a plan that works for them. The last number 5 that I want to talk about is engaging in physical activity. It does not matter what that physical activity is, but what I know is regular physical activity can help you fall asleep faster, and it actually helps you get into a deep REM sleep. But here's the key. You don't want to exercise too close to bed. I have so many patients that come to me and they're like, I'm taking my kids to school, I'm doing this in the morning and that in the morning, and then I get to be at work and I'm at work, and the only time I can figure out to exercise is at 6 or 7 p.m. And if they go to bed at 10 p.m., they could be stimulating themselves so that they can't sleep as well. So I want you to try not to exercise too close to bedtime because it can give you the opposite effect, right? Ideally, the goal is to finish exercising about 3 to 4 hours before you plan to just like call it a night, right? So, the other pieces I want to talk about, and I hope this is super helpful. And whatever's I'm seeing at the clinic is what I want to share with all of you. The last piece that I want you to think about is keep your stress and anxiety in check and manage it. Be aware of it. Because if you have high stress and high anxiety, this could be a barrier to your sleep. So you want to again think about things that are relaxing, get you in a calm state. Some patients I have them do a gentle walk in the evenings, not that they stimulate, but just really gentle. Do visualization of like where their goals and their visions are, deep breathing exercises, meditations, and you know what? Even journaling before you go to bed can help promote relaxation and a better sleep. If you have sleep problems and you're not getting a result, please reach out to me. I will put my info in the chat and my team will get back to you. Info at simplehealthnh.com. And remember, like I work with individuals and try and work to get to the root cause of what's going on. The other piece that I want to share with you, which I truly, truly, truly love, is my sleep freebie. It is a way for you to kind of walk through what I talked about. It's a brief handout, and you can print it out or you can look at it on the screen and really figure out where you're at in your sleep cycle, and figure out all the ways that we talked about sleep, right? And here's the other piece I want to share with you because it's near and dear to my heart. If you are feeling like you are ready to jump into our sleep program, here is an amazing offer that we just created, and I want to share it with you. This is our sleep program at a discounted rate. So I want to show up and support you in your sleep because, again, remember, I want to remind you what I talked about in the beginning to sum it up is that when you sleep, you heal. We're coming into sugar season right now, right? We've got the end of October, we've got Halloween. Then we've got Canadian Thanksgiving, we've got US Thanksgiving, we've got Jewish holidays that are coming upon us. We may be not eating the foods as particular foods that we eat every day. We may be indulging in some treats and things, and that's okay if you start to get these other pieces in check, right? So again, let's summarize the 5 pieces we talked about. And if you want to go deeper, click on my sleep freebie, which is in the chat. So, what did we talk about? We talked about establishing a regular sleep schedule regimen, create a calming bedtime ritual 90 minutes to a minimum of an hour before you go to bed. Optimize your sleep environment. Keep it clean, keep the temperature cool between 60 to 68 degrees. Make sure your room is dark. Be aware of the noise that's coming in and make sure you are sleeping in comfortable clothes and a comfortable bed. Number 4 was looking at your nutrition. You want to limit your caffeine and nicotine if you're a smoker. You want to limit your alcohol before you go to bed because it can disrupt your sleep cycle. Even though you think it's allowing you to sleep better, it not necessarily is. It is not necessarily supporting you. Sorry about that. I'm doing a lot of tongue tying here. Avoid any heavy meals. And then stay hydrated throughout the day, but not too much as you're stepping into sleep. So I always say if you go to bed at 10 again, around 6 to 7. And then lastly, engage in physical activity. And then I did mention as a summary to get your anxiety and stress in check. Like, make sure you're aware of where your stresses are. I hope this was super helpful. Again, info@simplehealthnh.com. I'm here to support you. I'm the root cause doctor. I'm here to get to the root cause of what is challenging you in your wellness, because the truth is you get to be healthy. I don't want you to be going to the doctors and feeling like you're not getting any answers. I know it's a struggle. I hear it every day. And I am here with my passion and my heart to show up for you and heal with you, and showing up and doing these like mini episodes, these mini online live doctor shows just for you. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Love you, prayers, blessings, and have an absolute rock star amazing weekend, and start to look at your sleep regimen and your sleep schedule so that you can feel like your best self and ready to step into Monday morning. So much love.